Hello. You guys want to hear a story? No? Okay, well, you don't have to watch this video. But if you do want to hear a story, I got a story for you. So about a couple weeks ago, I was doing my usual thing, you know, getting ready for the day. I got out of the shower. Typically when you get out of the shower, you walk over to the mirror and you check yourself out. You know, you check and see, okay, do I have like any new zits or anything like that? And then you start checking, you know, everything else out. And for me, I was like, alright, I could probably stand to like gain some more weight and I should probably get back to the gym. And so I'm feeling around my abs and I feel a bump. Like, yeah, a lump. And it's definitely something that was on a part of my body that never was there before. It was something new. And yeah, I mean, it's still there and you can feel it. Well, not you, but you know, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. It was new. It was a lump. And that was extremely alarming because, you know, whenever you find a lump on yourself, your mind goes to like the worst case scenario, which is cancer. So I was freaking out about that. So I did what anybody else would do. Go on WebMD and check out what the hell it might be. Which is like not the best idea because you're gonna drive yourself crazy if you just sit there and check out WebMD and don't actually see a doctor. But I was sitting there checking WebMD. So here I am, checking WebMD, reading through what, yeah, I basically just Googled lump under chest. Really? And I start reading the results, and of course, you know, there's like a bunch of different types of cancer and a bunch of different things, and you start then you start reading the symptoms and you're like, oh crap, I have like one of these symptoms, so I must have that thing. Which, no, that's false. You're just freaking yourself out. So I called my parents and, you know, I informed them of that, and I flew home up to Massachusetts to get it checked out. Saw my family, which was great, which was nice because, you know, whenever you're freaked out about something, your family can bring you the best comfort. And I get it checked out. I had a couple of tests done, and it turns out that it was what was known as a lipoma, which I guess is a growth that just happens. It's just a fatty growth. It's benign, which is great. I even had like an ultrasound where they like, you know, they squirt the weird stuff on you and like they run the thing like over your stomach. I felt like I was a pregnant lady. I actually texted my sister who is pregnant and I said, guess what? We have something new in common. Both of us have had ultrasounds for different reasons. And a lipoma, the causes are unknown. Some say it's genetic. Others say, you know, it's just unknown. It's an unknown thing that happens, and apparently, you know, it's more common in people ages 40 to 60, and I'm 25, so that was like, okay, why am I getting something that is most common in people almost twice my age? And it's a slow growing growth that can grow over time, but it's nothing that is cause for alarm. It's nothing that you need to have an operation. Basically, the only time you would want to get it removed, either for cosmetic purposes or, you know, if it grows to the point where it starts pushing on the organs and it starts causing a little bit of pain, then you can just easily get it removed. After I got that checked out, I was extremely relieved to hear from my doctor and to also hear from a second opinion that it wasn't the worst case scenario that I thought, that it was this lipoma thing and that it wasn't life-threatening. But that kind of caused me to realize that I honestly have to start taking better care of myself because, you know, all my life I've been told like, oh my god, you're so skinny, like, wow, I wish I was as skinny as you, like you can eat anything, like anything, and it just, you know, you'll stay skinny. And I was like, okay, that's a great compliment, thank you very much, but I don't even want to be this freaking skinny. I don't. But what happened was when people would tell me that, I actually started like listening to it and being like, oh yeah, I can eat anything and get away with it. So I had a tendency to eat a lot of fast food, like a lot of fast food, especially in the past few months when a lot of shit was going on in my life, and you know, I had a busy season at my company, so I'm working crazy hours, and of course, when you're working crazy hours, and basically when you're on the verge of becoming a workaholic, you stop taking care of yourself and you just, whatever food you can find, you find, and typically it's fast food. So I did a lot of that. I ate a lot of fast food. And so what this whole thing made me realize is that, yeah, it's really important to take care of yourself. And I guess from what I've experienced and what I'm going to pass on to you guys as sort of like my advice, take it or leave it, is I think that there are two things that you really need to invest your time and your money in. One is food, like your health. Basically, like, I know that healthy foods are expensive, you know, it is, but I feel like it's really worth the investment. The second thing too is, and I heard this from a fellow vlogger, Will and RJ, that spend money on a really freaking good mattress, because you're going to be spending a lot of your time on that sleeping, and if you really want to get a good night's sleep, which is really important, spend money on a mattress. So I guess my big advice to you guys is just, it's always just take care of yourself. And, you know, for a while I thought, oh my god, like, I'm this reckless, like, you know, 20-something, I don't really have to worry about all this health stuff. But shit, I'm getting older, and it's never too early to start actually taking care of yourself, because the decisions you make today, whether health-wise or whether otherwise, the decisions you make today are really going to affect you long-term in your life. So it's never a bad thing to start early. So that was my story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm fine. Yeah, it's just funny how things like that happen in life. And, you know, you could take things like this and look at it one of two ways. You could freak out and like just lose all hope, or you can take it and say, okay, these are the cards I'm dealt with, and this is how I'm gonna move forward. And that's pretty much the mentality I've been trying to keep lately, and I think it's working, but I don't want to jinx it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to my story. Stay tuned for more videos. I love your comments. I love the fact that, you know, people subscribe to me and whatnot. It's much appreciated. I'll see you guys later. Take care.